Yeah, because we said we have to clean up the house. So let's be open about these things. So, Chair, I think at the end of any session, of every session, the clerk should present to you an attendance book and ensure it is closed. Members who never attended should not come now to say, please, I want to be attending. Because now we are going to go deeper. We are going to put more. You see, I have been seeing people judging the performance of members of parliament, but you find someone they are saying he's the best legislator when he has never attended a committee. And parliamentary business is processed in committees. Plenary is 10% of what we do. Plenary usually agrees with what came to committees. Committees go much deeper. They do a lot of due diligence. They do oversight deep in the field and all that. So that one has to be looked at. Parliament is being roasted in such a way, to me, I think, in the fight against corruption and integrity issues, we are always a hanging fruit for people who, especially people who don't want to dig deeper. Because Parliament, like I said the other day, we don't control more than 1% of the budget. But all the failures, the sins of Parliament, are sins of the whole country. And, Parliament has failed the country. You have diverted everything for the country. But I think it's because we are not doing our role and coming out to defend ourselves the way we should. Our duty of oversight is a mandate we must utilize effectively to ensure that corruption is fought in this country. When I went to Chankwanzi, I invited the executive to interest itself in the reports of the Auditor General, who is an officer of Parliament, and the reports processed by committees. Now, it pains me, and Madam Ruse, I got a brief what she told you, to find that now accounting officers come to Parliament casually. Because one, they think we don't read. So we gave you documents. They come, I gave you, even what they never gave, say they gave. Okay? Number two, some of them think we have a price on us. So if Taiwa has a price, why should I bother? Why should I have sleepless nights preparing to submit it before him? I would rather look for the price. I go with my bride price proper. Then we shall sort ourselves. We have to clean up this image. We have to clean up this image. That does not mean we should behave like hitmen when we are in committees. Yes, because you will have some members who will come as hitmen, wanting to lynch, and especially when there are cameras accounting to the public, wanting to lynch. No, you don't need to. Our senior lawyers here, they tell you he will extract any evidence out of even cajoling you. Out of a smile, you give whatever they need. So I would request you that we must come up and address the issue of integrity, which I know most of it has been blown out of proportion. I just see a storm in a teacup. Because I know the good work, honorable colleagues, you've been doing. Now the question will be the issue of treasury memoranda. We want action taken reports on our recommendations. And we must put our foot on the ground and say, if we discovered A, B, C, D, what did you do about it? as a government, because you accuse us of corruption, but we've done very good reports, and in the end you've said our resolutions are advisory. Okay? Say, no, Parliament, your work is just advisory, or you're harassing people. It's wrong. We put in a lot of, these technical people, we put in a lot of effort. So it would be very important for us to ask for accountability in terms of action taken reports on the issues we discovered. I received a few complaints when I was in Chankwanzi engaging the ministers. We've shared. Let's know that these ministers are our colleagues. Let's not appear as if Parliament is a torture chamber, people are scared of coming. But let them know when they come, they will have to answer, if there are issues to answer. I request you, let us do everything in the open. The world we are in now, in fact, you have improved a lot. But you see, with the advent of social media, honorable colleagues, we move as open books. Even among you, something you'll be discussing in confidence, someone will bring it up. So with the advent of social media, let us be open. Let us be a more open and more transparent. There is nothing we hide in this Parliament. Let's be more open as much as we can. The media that reports, once they are covering a committee, now you reach a certain stage, you say, staff go out, media go out, we have in-house issues with these technical people. We shouldn't have any in-house issues to discuss in committees with the technical people. The in-house issues should be issues for the committee around without government representatives. Because that's where people go out and rage that no, they were strangling me, they need money. We are going to facilitate you. We don't want a situation where we are running to entities to facilitate us. Because for us, we were taking it in good faith. The same accounting officers were using it against us. Oh, we thought it's an interaction, it's, okay? Hey, we are engaging, but someone goes and says, no, they put us on a rope, that we must put them in a workshop, that we must make them sleep in Serena in workshops. But these people didn't ask you. Okay? So let us try our level best to have most of our meetings here in Parliament. Let the technical officers come here. Let us scrutinize each and everything in the open. Because we are dealing with state matters, I don't know what we are hiding. Now, there is something to work on that I've seen creating a wrong perception in the public. Because we run open meetings with the media, honorable colleagues, honorable chairs, you chair meetings and you create a certain narrative. Because you see, when you're playing football, I see how you're playing and I determine, but he should be the one to win. When Honorable Taylor is in court and the case is going on and discovered, the public says, no, this one should win. So a perception is created. But now, we allow live broadcast of our meetings. We adduce evidence, we get witnesses, we even tell them through, or some are arrested and all that. Then the report is zero. The report says everything is okay. But you fed the country for a whole month. You fed it with people you were declaring thieves. You fed it with evidence which you said you had discovered. You created anticipation. People are believing that at last Then now the recommendation, everything is okay. Then the public said, these guys went and negotiated and ate. You say, why? But you saw what they told us, what we saw on TV, is different from what they wrote down in camera. And someone was even admitting mistakes. Okay? Hey, you had a technical report digging deep and all that. You involved CID. Don't you think we shall be suspected if it happens that way? So let us be cautious on the narrative we create. Let us be cautious on the narrative we create. Once you create a narrative and the public is pleased, or if you know you can't sustain it, don't create it. Don't create it. Quality of reports. We have just some. But this one, either we shall discuss it with our clerks in our own setting, because I know situations where clerks have told the committee chairpersons and members that this is wrong, and you have insisted. I had it. There's a report I had on the floor. For example, a committee concluding that so and so was therefore should be prosecuted. And you conclude it that way. But you know you're interfering with the constitutional mandate of the DPP, cannot be instructed. Because now the action taken report should come saying the DPP prosecuted. On whose instructions? Without evaluating the evidence and all that. I have seen many. And I talked to the clerk says, no, the chairman was very clear. Some come and say, no, the report was written before investigations began. The chairman came and said, I must do ABCD. And these are humble clerks. They feel threatened by you big people. Because when you complain, we transfer them, we can what? Okay? But that doesn't take away. So I tell the clerks, please, if you have that situation, you also have where you report. You will carry that cross if you don't take advantage of the other power you report to. Because when you go to the clerk comes to me. The clerk will come to the presiding officer, will go to the speaker or to the deputy speaker, whoever is in, and say, Right Honorable, your chair is insisting on ABCD, which is wrong. Then I will intervene and I call the chair. And I say, Mr. Chairperson, this is wrong, it can't work. And we have solved some of the cases. We have solved cases that way. So let's look at the quality of reports. Let's to go on the floor, and the floor you hear members saying, no, let them go back. You feel small. As the chair, you start questioning your competence. So let's work with these clerks, with technical people. And you know also, the report of Parliament is not valid if you do it as chair without a clerk. The moment we discover it, the moment the clerk alerts us, that report can never find space on the order paper. It's a requirement under our rules, so chairpersons, you don't write your reports. Reports, drafts are written by your clerks with your input, then they present to you because they are the secretaries and rapporteurs of committees, and they make your work much easier. You have agencies under you. Yes, try to understand their problem. Try to go deeper. Try to dig. Make them feel appreciated. Because we are here representing the public. But without compromising on your role and the duty assigned to you. Finally, I hope once we do timekeeping,
we are here today together, and as you see, we are winding up. the hunting for signature. The persons who are being awaited have arrived. Now we are ready to go. Except that I, with Honorable Atima here, and those members of Parliament with whom we have been leading this motion, we shall be sitting tomorrow. Incidentally, tomorrow happens to be Friday. Yes, I think it is important that we address you tomorrow collectively, so that we now tell the country that here we've come. I want to thank you most heartily. I want to thank you. This side alone would not have delivered this motion on the issue of signatures, but you made it high. You lifted it high. You put it on everyday business. You prioritized it. You put it on the first lane. So the Fourth Estate, I and my colleagues, we owe it to you. We thank you. I thank colleagues, members of Parliament, and as he has said, it doesn't matter where one joins you, but it is also important that you all move together when you are fully convinced. And here we are. So the question of the signatures, colleagues, we promised we shall be publishing. We shall be publishing so that the country can know who were able to append their signatures. Those who stood to be counted in the fight against corruption. We can't hide it. And for those colleagues, members of Parliament, who have not yet published, any additional signature can be there, so that for those who are clever to say that you can now write to withdraw, of course it is not permitted under our rules, but in case of anything, any emergency, anything, we need to be sure about that. But as far as the signatures are concerned, the hunting is over. The hunting is over. But only that we received calls from colleagues. Please don't hand in, don't submit. Wait for my signature. I was sick, but I'm coming. So that's why we are leaving that window over this weekend. But I think, Honorable Atima, you will agree with me that by next week, early next week, we issue the notice. Yes, the requisite notice shall be issued. But for now, those who wish to join, those who wish to be counted, those who wish to be on the side of fighting against corruption in this country, can still append the signatures with my colleagues out there in the field. They have the forms. They can come here. They can address the country, because there is nothing now to fear. We are more strong and buttressed when colleagues show their will and stand with us. So with those few remarks, I want to thank you. And I hope tomorrow, I'm getting in touch after our session this afternoon to pay tribute. We are in touch with colleagues. We want to succinctly inform the country how many days are we planning to have this, so that this gets out of the way. You can't imagine how happy I am. I'm particularly being close with my colleague here. I and him aspired for Deputy Speaker. But when we do this, it is not out of malice. This one, Atima, has strong aspirations. That's why I knew he has to be part of the winning team. I thank you once again. No, nsanyuse nnyo omubaka Jackson Atima, omubaka akiikirira Arua Central, ate omubaka ate yono ye chief whip wababaka ba NRM abava mu West Nile, ate era mu ngeri endala ye regional coordinator wa PLU mu West Nile region. N'olwekyo nkwaniriza nnyo Honorable we bali kujja kutwegattako. Akabonero ke kazze kalaga nti no Parliament etambulidde wamu. Tugamba nti tulina okulwanyisa obukenuzi. Okujja mu Parliament kati simanyi bannamawulire emiziziko emeka gye mubuuka. Ne Munnayuganda yenna ajja mu Parliament asanga obuzibu bunene nnyo okusobola okutuuka Parliament. Lwaki? Bannansi beegugunze nga balwanyisa obukenuzi mu Parliament. Kati fe ababaka ba Parliament lwaki tugaana okulwanyisa obukenuzi? Naye kyaddaaki Mukama yeebale ntwala okusiima mmwe Fourth Estate abakubye ensonga eno ne mugiteeka waggulu nnyo, ffe ng'abanoonya emikono twandikisobodde. Tubeebaliza ddala. Abookubiri neebaza ababaka bannange nti mu buzibu bwonna, okummibwa entambula, okummibwa amafuta, embeera yonna tusobodde ogivuunuka ne tunoonya emikono gino. Kati ekirevu kiwedde okumwa, musigadde kulaba mbalabe ze tusigazza zokka. Tusuubiza nti nno enkya ku lunaku olwokutaano tugenda bategeeza kiki ekiddako, naye lwakuba tufunye Honorable karibu sana, tufunye amaloboozi agava mu mikwano gyaffe abagambye nti nno nga temunnawaayo mikono mutulindeko, nze mbadde mulwadde tujja. Tuleseewo eddirisa lino nga liggule okuva kati okutuuka Mande, naye tusuubira tugenda kufulumya mangu notice, era olunaku lw'enkya ababaka bonna ababadde batembeeta motion tugenda kutuulamu twetegeke bulungi tusobole okutegeeza eggwanga kiki kye tugenda okuzzaako. Naye nga kaakati okunoonya emikono kyo Mukama akitusaasidde tetuwemuse. Musajja omukulu senior member n'owoma omutwe n'ovaayo n'ovaamu ng'ogusima ebbumba kibadde kya nnaku nnyo, naye ndi musanyufu nnyo. I'm so proud bamemba ba parliament ate ne bannayuganda mwenna ababadde bakubiriza ababaka basayininge. Tubeebaza, guno omulimu tutandigusobodde ffekka, naye ababaka ne bagezaako ne mubakubiriza ne mubajjukiza ne mubasaba bajje basayininge. Emikono kiwedde. Tulindiridde akadirisa tetunaggalawo kubanga wiiki ejja bwe tunaaba tutwala motion oba notice eriko motion n'obujulizi, tujja kuteekako n'olukalala lwabo bonna abasayininze. Ekyo tweyama erimmwe tugenda kikola, naye nga tuleseewo akadirisa kano okuva olwaleero ekya Lwakutaano, Lwamukaaga Sande paka Mande. Ababaka wadde emikono nangiridde mu butongole nti kiwedde kino, naye omubaka waddembe okujja n'agamba nti saaliwo mu ngeri emu oba endala, naye najja n'ateekako omukono oba n'alaga okwegatta kwe ku motion, kubanga eno motion teriiko nti nze tuwangudde. Ffenna tuwangulira wamu nga parliament, ate bwe tugwa ffenna tugwa walumu nga parliament. N'ekyo mu motion eno temulimu nti nze mpangudde, I'm the winner, the other one is a loser. No, we all lose as parliament if we lose, but we all succeed together as parliament if we succeed. The success is for all of us. So I thank you so much. Mbebaziza mwebale nnyo. Olunaku lw'enkya we are going to address you massively. Team ebadde etembeeta kino Honorable nga bw'otuuse, mba tusuubiza nti olunaku lw'enkya ttiimu ebadde etembeeta ffenna tulina okubaawo. Olw'enkya lugenda kubeera nga tugenda kutuula ng'ababaka okwogera ku what happens next, kiki ekiddako. Emikono gibadde mizibu, era ne kakati ngenda kutuula wali mukasiikirize kange olw'eggulo lwonna, ngenda kutuula ekiwejjowejjo ne kooti ngiggye ntuulaawo, naye olunaku lw'enkya lwe tugenda okutegeeza ne babaka bannange kiki kye tuzzaako. Naye ng'olukalala tugenda dufulumya ne notice egenda ewa sipiika nti bwe tuti bwe tusayininze tujja dufulumya ku lunaku, nsuubira ku lunaku olw'ebbalaza, nga ne bannaffe abaagala okutwegattako emikono gyabwe gisobodde okutuuka. Tuleme kugamba nti akasita emikono giwedde eno motion yaffe. Nedda, motion eno ejja kubeera ku floor ya parliament, kubanga n'ekiteeso kino okukiyisaamu tujja kwetaaga obuwagizi ne support eya buli omu member ku parliament. Tetuyinza kugamba nti kuba tusayinize tumaze n'olwekyo yaffe ffekka. Nedda, tugirekawo eri ababaka ba parliament bonna abasobola, abanaaba batuuse basobole okutuwa emikono. Honorable Lutamaguzi.
This has been a milestone. The Chinese have a saying that even 1,000 miles journey, you start it with a step. This is the first step of 1,000 miles journey. And this victory is not only for members of parliament, but it's even a victory for those who elected us to represent them in parliament. There are so many members who shied away. They thought that, in the beginning, they thought that Honorable Sechipo would not finish up with what he had started. I was among those members. I told him frankly that I never believed in him as an individual, but I believed in the cause he was leading. Right now, I am very happy, and I hope every member of parliament will appreciate, even those who never appended their signatures, because this is non-partisan. And as a member of parliament, I think Honorable Sechikuba and others, we need to appreciate you for the work you started on. We are doubting. We never knew that some of our colleagues will at the end of the time come and sign. This is a colleague of mine who always moved together and is a member of PRU. I thought that some members in PRU do not sign, but seeing him that is the last to sign, hope some members maybe may not come or will come. I am very happy, Mr. Atima. You have exonerated yourself from those whom the public is going to question, because sooner we are going for elections. Your people will ask you, yes, people in parliament are penning their signatures. Where were you? There are excuses you can give because you have got some good time to append our signatures. So thank you, Mr. Sechikubo. This is not only your victory, because appending our signatures was non-partisan. We have NRM, PRU, NUP, and whatever. This is a sign that when we work together, we can achieve better for this country, Uganda. And this is a sign that indicates that all people in this parliament, regardless of their political affiliations, they are against corruption. We are not witch-hunting individuals. No, we are looking for accountability, because some people in Uganda were telling us, now you are hunting Owekitiibwa. This man is a Murugwara. So he's also looking for accountability. And we have people of different tribes who represent us on the commission. So, Honorable Sechikuba, I think no one will hunt you, that you are signing to chase away Owekitiibwa and the colleagues. This is a matter for members of parliament. And the parliament is a summary of Uganda.
Yes.
And all political parties, I'm talking about genuine political parties which have representatives here in parliament, have been represented. Apart from one political party which I will not talk about, and I know the repercussion which would have followed its member, but I want to appreciate you, even you members of the press. At first you are doubting, when we, even as members of parliament, we are doubting Honorable Sechikubo. There are so many challenges along the way. This is not the end. It is the beginning of the 1,000 miles journey. And it is premature to celebrate. I know what you are going, I know a lot of bottlenecks you are going to go through, but you have done what you are supposed to do. In the Bible, we say you should get the water and you wash your hands and say, I have done my work. The rest is upon the leadership of parliament, the speaker and others, to see that the motion goes through. And if it doesn't, whether it goes through or not, at least those who appended their signatures have been written in the books of history. And I want to call upon you, the press, to print all the names of members who have appended their signatures. We have some of our colleagues who were giving some lame excuses that we cannot append our signatures. We expect to be appointed ministers anytime. We expect some small bread from somewhere, but we put all that aside and say, this is for the good of our country. Thank you so much. Era mu Uganda njagala kwebaza Honorable Sechikubo mukwano abachina bagamba nti n'olugendo lwa mailo 10 balutandika n'olutalumu. Luno lwe lutalo lwotandise nalwo lubereberye nakubulirawo nti nze sikukiririzaamu ng'omuntu naye kozi yo njikiririzaamu. Era nzoomu kubasooka okuleeta olugezigezi ne ngamba ono anaakiggusa ng'alinga akamyu akeetisse enjovu. Mbudde buno naddala nga palamenti yaffe erimu olulimi olwogerebwa olw'enjawulo. Sometime back twayogeranga olulimi lumu naye kati osanga muno mwe tulinga abali ku munaala ogw'Ebbabeeri. Buli omu ayogera lulimi lulala naye nesiteekako omukono ne ŋŋamba dde otajja kigusa naye nange olumu abalonzi bange banteekako akaliro nejje